hit and had a 1 RBI, and Christian Walker also had 1 RBI. So overall, the Diamondbacks, a good game, 5-1. It's always great when you can hold them to only 1 run. However, it could have been, it could always be better. You can always score more runs, and you could always shut them out. But okay, so moving into the next game, which was a 3-6 loss by the Diamondbacks. Okay. This game was started by Merrill Kelly, who didn't have a great outing, but did have a pretty decent outing. Merrill Kelly gives up 3 runs in 5 innings. T.J. McFarland comes in and has another awful outing, and only 1 2/3, giving up 3 runs. Matt Andriese gives up no runs in a third, and Godley goes a scoreless inning. Diamondbacks scored 3 runs off of Anderson, Anderson and Smith, and then Watson, Dyson, and Moranta were all able to shut out the Diamondbacks and not give up any runs. The 3 RBIs in this game were produced by Dyson with 1, Lamb with 1, and Ahmed with 1. Not a lot of hitting in this game overall. Well, I mean, not a lot of hitting. They had 11 hits in this game, but not a lot of production, and they did have an error in this game that didn't end up affecting the scoreboard, but still don't like to see errors. Diamondbacks had the game yesterday in which they won 4-3 in a nail-biter at the end. Close game. Shouldn't have been close, but oh well. Greinke goes 7 scoreless innings with 6 strikeouts, giving up 5 hits. A great outing by our ace. And then Lopez goes Lopez and wait. Oh, sorry. Lopez goes a scoreless third of an inning. And then Chafin, Hirano, and Holland all give up runs. Yeah, Hirano doesn't even throw a single inning, but it was an unearned run, so it doesn't really affect his ERA. It doesn't really matter, though. For the Giants, Pomeranz goes 5 scoreless innings. Moranta, Dyson, and Holland all go... Moranta and Holland go scoreless innings. Dyson gives up 1 unearned run. And then Melanson gives up 3 runs, only 2 earned. Overall, a very sloppy game for defenses. 3 errors, 2 by the Giants, 1 by the Diamondbacks. Lots of a messy baseball game. But Adam Jones, Eduardo Escobar, and Eldermo Vargas all have 1 RBI. And Vargas was a pinch hitter for Greinke in the 8th inning. 4 runs is enough to win games. You, of course, want to see more. And great pitching by our ace, Greinke. Greg Holland has been a pretty decent closer this year. He did almost blow this game, giving up a 3-run home run with 0 outs in the 9th inning. But moving into the last game of the series, which ended up making this series a split series game, making the series 2-2. Madison Bumgarner goes as the ace for the Giants, 7 innings pitched, only 1 run given up. And then Derek Rodriguez giving up 3 runs in 2/3 of an inning. And Gott goes 1 1/3 scoreless. The Diamondbacks used 5 pitchers in this game: Robbie Ray, Archie Bradley, Matt Andriese, T.J. McFarland, and Zach Godley. Matt Andriese goes up 5 earned runs and not even getting a single out. McFarland and Ray both give up runs, 1 run per inning, 4 runs in 4 innings for Ray, and 1 run in an inning for McFarland. Bradley and Godley did throw scoreless outings, but in the long run didn't really matter, as giving up 10 runs is definitely the game over, basically. But 4 RBIs from this game came from Adam Jones, Ketel Marte, and Christian Walker, and Eldermo Vargas. So 1 error for the Diamondbacks in this game, 13 hits for the Giants, 8 for the Dbacks, so pretty lopsided in hits and pretty much everything else. So moving into the Dodgers versus the upcoming week, just gonna take a quick break for some water real quick. Okay, so Diamondbacks have 2 off days in this next week, so a lot of off time for them. They have an off day tomorrow to travel between San Francisco and Los Angeles, and then they also have an off day on Thursday to travel home from Los Angeles. But Diamondbacks 2 games against the Dodgers start at 7:10 on both Tuesday and Wednesday, and then 6:10 on Friday against the Rockies at home, 7:10 on Saturday at home against the Rockies, and 11:15. Sorry, 1:10 against the Rockies on Saturday at home. So overall, lots and lots of games inside of their division recently. They've played every team in the division multiple times except for the Padres, who haven't played at all, dating back to June 18th all the way through July 7th. They only play against the in-division opponents. Their series against the Dodgers starts off with Ross Stripling against Taylor Clark. Ross Stripling is a right-handed pitcher. He has so far he has 52 strikeouts this season, 3.808 ERA, and a 3.2 record. Taylor Clark is 2-3 with a 6.1 ERA and 31 strikeouts. So Taylor Clark, the rookie, up against a veteran Ross Stripling. Taylor Clark, compared to most of our team, is not doing really bad. He's definitely struggling, but that's kind of what you would expect from a rookie that's just being thrown in due to injuries. And then in the second game against the Dodgers, the starters are Merrill Kelly against Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler is 8-1 with a 3.43 ERA and 104 strikeouts. And Merrill Kelly is 7-8 with a 4 ERA and 79 strikeouts. Merrill Kelly can have amazing outings, and he could have tough outings. Let's hope for one of those 7-8 inning outings with only giving up 1 run. And then you can hope Buehler has one of his very, very few off days. Last outing at Coors Field, he did give up 7 runs and 13 hits, in which they lost that game. But against the last time they played the Diamondbacks, he pitched and 1 run in 8 innings, only 2 hits, 11 strikeouts, and no walks. So definitely not what you want to see facing up against, but whatever you're going to do. So far, no starters have been listed for the Rockies series, which they're back at home. And then that is Sunday, the last game against the Rockies. And then at 5 o'clock on Monday is the Home Run Derby, and 4:30 on Tuesday is the All-Star Game. So we're just going to move into the standings real quick. The Diamondbacks do currently sit 4th in their division. However, they have played less games than the Padres, so they are just at 500. The Dodgers are at 57-29. Rockies 44-40. Padres 42-41. Diamondbacks 43-43, and then the Giants are at 36-47. Diamondbacks are definitely not gonna contend for the division. I don't think anybody's gonna be contending for the division unless the Dodgers lose the next 20 games and every other team wins for wins their next 20, but there was no way that anyone is beating the Dodgers out for their division. Just into the other division leaders, Atlanta is 50-34, and then the Cubs and Brewers are both tied for the Central lead at 45-39. In the AL, the New York Yankees are leading their division 54-28, Minnesota at 53-30, and then Houston at 53-32. The run differential for the Diamondbacks is the second best in their division and the fourth in the entire NL. So at plus 43, they only are behind the Chicago Cubs, the Atlanta Braves, and the Dodgers. Something just to point out that still surprised me, I know I mentioned it last week, but the Cincinnati Reds are 38-43, yet they somehow have a plus 39 run differential. However, the Brewers, who are 6 games over 500, have a negative 4 run differential. And there's 2 teams that have a negative 150 run differential. The Orioles at negative 167, and the Tigers at negative 150. The Tigers are up 1-9 in the last 10 games, and the Orioles did go 2 straight games with a 2 straight 13-0 victories over the Indians. So you got to take into account how much higher their run differential was before that, and just kind of it's a crazy stat to look at. But so moving into the wild card for the NL, the Diamondbacks are currently sitting 4 spots back behind the Phillies, Padres, and the Nationals. They are tied with the St. Louis Cardinals, who currently have America's first baseman carrying them, who's actually not been doing that well, but still, he is. The Brewers and Cubs are tied for the central spot, so whoever isn't there is going to be hosting. Colorado, it looks like, will be getting hosted. Philadelphia is also tied for the second spot. And then there's currently 3 ties in the wild card race for first, second, and third, and fourth. So 4 ties. That's kind of crazy to look at, but still not something you see every day with 4 ties. Including the Diamondbacks tied for 4th, but in the AL, which isn't as close, the Tampa Bay Rays and Texas Rangers currently hold down the wild card spots, and then the Indians, the Athletics, and the Red Sox are the only teams that are really close to them. So, with that being said, I did mention it was going into the All-Star break earlier, and just going to deal with a fun fact about the Diamondbacks from recently. Tim LeCastro in the 2019 season in Triple-A and the majors has so far been hit 20 total times. But that's kind of cool that he is. It's kind of cool that he is the. I don't know what to say. That he gets hit. It's not cool he gets hit, but it's kind of funny to see that how often he gets hit, because you don't see that often at all. Most players can go entire seasons without getting hit once, but not LeCastro. LeCastro gets pummeled all the time, I guess. And also the Red Sox and the Yankees series in London, the first 2 games ever played in London, it was a sweep by the Yankees, 12-8 for the Yankees today, and yesterday an insane high-scoring game, 30 total runs. The New York Yankees win 17-13. the Boston Red Sox. I don't know how you could